you everybody for tuning in to another show of He Said, She Said. And if this is your first time tuning in, this is your boy Q Walker, and we got Miss Chrissy J in the building. Go and introduce yourself, my lady.
Hey everybody, it's Chrissy J. Today with the inches.
With the inches. Swing on them like your hair don't care. Hey!
Big money.
Big
Yes.
money. And then, of course, we got Jarvis, the IT guy over, trying to make things happen. Go introduce yourself, man. You ain't got nothing to say, Jarvis?
What's up, everybody?
That's all you got for him today?
That's all I got for him today.
Okay.
J Bug.
Trying to
J
set
Bug.
up this IT
No, what's
stuff.
his middle name? Theodore.
Theodore Jarvis, Theodore. But we gonna keep things moving right along today. Normally people are used to us doing Thursday, but you know we had Miss Inches over here who got to go to ATL to get her hair specifically done.
I mean, I got things to do.
Where's the volume come from? I mean, Jarvis, you act like you can't talk to me out loud. You scared? But anyways, we're gonna get right on into it. Today's topic is if you saw someone you know, well, if you have someone you know and you saw them out cheating, would you tell them? So we have there's a no snitching rule in the urban community, whether it's relationships, murders, whatever the case may be, that if you see something, you just turn the other way. So I'm gonna throw this thing to Miss Chrissy J. While Theodore finished getting everything together over there. If you have a friend and you saw that friend's significant other out somewhere cheating, would you tell your friend?
Okay, so here's the thing. And this things
Ain't
that I've
no
been
here's
thinking.
the thing. Give
No,
us the real. Ain't no here's the thing. Give us the real.
This is the thing. It depends on the situation because I have friends, they know what they dudes is out here doing. And friends, associates, whatever. If you already know what your dude is doing, I'm not going to come back and tell you because I've done that before. And we fell out. It's been mad awkward. You know what I mean? I can't go around. Then they don't want you hanging around that person, which a lot of people agree. This is the same thing they said today. But if it's I got about 4 or 5 people. If I see they dude out and I know they don't know, oh man, I'm snapping pictures, video, and I'm walking up to them like this.
You police?
What you doing? Oh, where XYZ at? Oh, okay.
So
That's if they don't know.
You're just gonna ruin the whole date. So basically what you're saying is that if you have a female friend or a male friend, depending on who it is, and you know that their significant other is out there in the streets like that, you ain't gonna say nothing. But if you have a female friend or a male friend who you feel like they not out there, but you see them cheating, then you're gonna say something to them.
Yeah. And then if I tell you that one time and you decide to stay, if I see him again, I ain't saying nothing else. Because it gets messy. You know what I mean? If I tell you one time and you make the decision to stay, that's on you. Whatever you choose to do. But if I've told you and that's the life you want to live, hey, that's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you.
So before I throw it over to Theodore, let me ask you.
Tell me.
I don't know, man. You know what's I was actually watching the Cosby Show when y'all text me, so that's why I got Theodore. But speak on that conversation that you had with your friend about that, that y'all stopped speaking to each other. Like, what happened? You ain't got to give no names, but what exactly transpired with that whole situation?
I mean, basically, yeah, I'm definitely not giving names.
Nah, don't give no names. No name, no blame.
I mean, this is the thing. So, at the end, I told her, and I didn't say nothing to him. I told her, look, well, I mean, you didn't text me right then and there? Nah, because I ain't know what was going on. But I knew it wasn't you. Said something to him. Oh, that B lying. She just mad because I ain't never hollered at her. What?
Oh, so he turned it to you as
What?
if you
Me?
jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, for real, it like really ruined. I mean, we ended up being cool. I mean, they ended up staying together because he was doing what he did. And I should have never said anything in the first place because she knew he was in the streets.
That's what my next question was. Did you feel like, you know what, I should have never said nothing anyways because you felt like it was out of place to say something to begin with?
I felt like I should have said something because he definitely was. I mean, he didn't care. He was out in the forefront doing what he did. Him and old girl was out, like, I
Right.
mean, what?
Just out in the public. It
Man,
wasn't even like a secluded
Lexington
place.
is not. No, I ain't
So
say
it
it.
was here in Lexington.
Yeah, it was in Lexington.
I was gonna say somewhere like a L.A. or Atlanta.
No.
You get away with something
Nah,
like that.
this is in Lexington. And matter of fact, it was over at what's that restaurant? It seemed like the little hot spot over at it's called Tekka now, the little hibachi grill.
No,
Hamburger.
Yeah, in Hamburg.
Yeah.
It used to be called I think Asuka Osaka.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah.
So I mean, she put me through. You know what I'm saying? 101, like, well, I mean, what he have on and how you know. And listen, I'm telling you what I saw. You can take and do with the information you want to. And it's kind of hard to not say, don't tell him I said it. Because when you tell somebody that, they're like, well, what am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? But at the same time, when they put you in, if you decide you're going to stay with them, then that person's looking at you sideways.
Do y'all speak now? You and that person? Y'all still don't speak? How many years is this going on? Y'all not speaking?
It was before I got married, so.
About 5-6 years now?
Yeah.
It's been that long. So let's throw it over to Theodore. So let's get a male's point of view on these things. You got a female who says, you know what, it's better, it depends on the circumstance. Would you tell your homeboy if you caught this old lady out there?
I mean, I think it depends on the circumstance, but I'm gonna let you know right now. I mean, I have a group of homeboys that yeah, if I seen it, I'm definitely saying something. And I could really care less what their significant other say or not, honestly, because my loyalty is to my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And I may have a relationship with they wives or girlfriends, but at the same time, you know, I definitely have a loyalty to my homeboys, man, and I would expect them to do the same. But just to touch on what one of the followers had mentioned in one of the comments earlier today, I do think it's a very good idea. She said that her and her girls all got together and had that discussion, like, hey, yo, if I was to see this, or, you know, if we was to see this, how would you want us to handle it? Would you want us to tell you, or would you not want us to tell you? And I found that interesting because, you know, as crazy as it sounds, like, I think all groups of friends should have those type of open dialogue and have that type of conversation to say, yeah, you know, let's sit down and talk about this issue. So for them, you know, they got it worked out. She said some of them was like, yeah, I want to know. Some of them was like, nah, don't even say nothing. You know, don't even tell me. But it blows my mind to even think that someone would be upset with somebody for telling them that.
So you think it's more of a pride thing?
I mean, it could be a pride thing, but
I don't know if it's pride. To kind of touch back on what you said when you said it's about loyalty. It's not, even with me, it wasn't about not being loyal to my friend, whatever, acquaintance. It's the fact that if we are close enough where we do hang out, then it becomes an issue. Because then he's like, oh, she's messy. So our friendship's never going to be the same. Because he's going to be mad every time me and you hang out. Or I can't come over there no more. Like, it's going to mess up the situation. If you're going to stay, or if I know that my girl's going to stay with her dude, and he's cheating on her, I'm probably not going to say nothing. Unless, like you said, I got the select few of people that I know is like, nah, I'm telling. Like, yeah. It is what it is. You know. But I'm going to let them know that I'm there. So they don't know I'm telling, because I'm going to walk up to them.
You're going to walk up to them.
It's not going to be a surprise. Yeah. What you doing?
So you just gonna have a few in your back pocket, like, alright, yeah. Now that I know what you did, now I got a few in my back pocket. So you owe now.
Nah.
So you gonna blackmail.
so you blackmail is what you
blackmail.
do.
No. I'm letting him know that I'm telling. What are you doing? So either I'm gonna tell her or you gonna tell her. So it ain't no I go home and tell her and then she gotta come back to him. What she talking about? She lying? Cause I'm letting you know that I know
on site,
that I
right
see
there.
on site.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
On site, I'm letting you know. I see you.
So, Jarvis, let me throw this thing the other way around. Would you want somebody to tell you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would want someone to tell me honestly. I mean, and if it happened, you know, I would address this situation, and I think it matters, you know, whether you're married or not. You know, if you married, I mean, regardless, if it's the situation, it's probably, if somebody's out somewhere, especially like Tina was saying, if they're out somewhere where the possibility of seeing other people is, you know, very prevalent, then
they just don't care.
They don't care. So it's almost to the point where it's like, you know, they ain't gonna care if you tell somebody because the chances are they don't care. So
or they just thought they was that sneaky.
But I don't like. I mean, I think people that play on that type of field, right, where you're out in the public eye. Because regardless, even though Lexington's Lexington now, when you talk about somewhere like in Atlanta or LA or New York, a big city like that, where it's not so easy to run into somebody. But it's crazy how small the world actually is. So, but when somebody's out like that, they don't really care whether that relationship continues on further or not. And for some people, it may be their excuse to get out. You know, they may purposely be doing it for their excuse to get out. So
I don't know if I would say anything. I'll probably just keep it moving for real, to be quite honest with you. And it also, like I said, it depends on your relationship with that person as well. If it's just somebody I just know, then, you know, it is what it is. You do you. But if it's one of my close circle friends, I don't know if I can tell them, because then it does get in a situation like you and your homegirl. But with guys, it's a lot different, because if you got a homeboy and his girl is out cheating and you confront him or confront her about it, she ain't gonna be like, oh, well, he's just mad because he can't have me. I don't think it's gonna go there. You think it will?
What?
I don't think it will.
Oh, yeah, females have done that. I didn't want to tell you, but your boy tried to holler at me. That's what he on. I ain't want to mess up y'all friendship, but for real, come on, man. Females is messy,
I
too.
will pull up receipts. Pull up text messages. I need to see these inbox messages and everything. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on WLXU 93.9 FM. When we come back, we'll take a couple phone calls.
Don't treat me like Mario and Puff.
Don't treat you like Mario and Puff?
I don't want to know.
We're going to come right back. I was just doing that just real quick.
The call on the last
Yeah. Welcome back to He Said, She Said on WLXU 93.9 FM. The topic for today is, if you caught your friend, significant other out cheating, would you tell? We got a call on the line. Thank you for calling it He Said, She Said. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm not going to say my name, but hey, Christina.
Hey, girl.
All right, so would you tell your friend if you caught their significant other out cheating?
Like, I got 2 solids, and I'm telling.
So
It's not my business.
So you got 2 solid friends. If you seen their significant other cheating, you would tell them. But other than that, you don't care.
It's not my business.
So when you see these, when you talk to your 2 solids, what would you tell them if you saw their significant? If you saw their significant other out dating, would you approach it right then, or would you wait till afterwards?
I'm texting on the spot.
Picture and all?
Picture mail.
Huh?
Are you sending picture and all?
I'm sending pictures. I'm calling the locations. I'm telling everything.
You dropping that pin to let them know
Come
where
on.
you at.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've been cheated on before, and, like, multiple people knew and didn't tell me that shit's fucked up. So I got 2 solids that's going to do the same for me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because when you said that, you said like there's a lot of hurt still behind that.
No, I'm drinking water, so.
I get. So, how did you eventually find out, since nobody in your circle told you?
She was listening.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually.
So what about your 2 solids? They didn't tell you?
No, they didn't know.
Okay, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, we appreciate you calling in, even though you won't tell us your name, but you telling us your story. We appreciate you tuning in.
Bye, Christina.
Bye, girl.
So that was a situation where she only got 2, like y'all was saying, 2 solid friends, and other than that, they really don't care about, what everybody else done. So, Jarvis, go back to you. We got another caller. Hold on. Thank you for calling into He Said, She Said. What's your name?
My name is LaTon. Hey, Tina.
Hey, girl.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Tina ain't the only person on this show, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on
What's
with you? Now, our question is, would you tell your friend if you caught their significant other out cheating?
Not no more, because I've been the bearer of bad news, and they decided to continue. And long story short, they got business on them, and they still wanted to do what they want to do. So hey, I love it.
So your whole thing is, I ain't saying nothing, because if I tell you, you going to keep messing with the dude anyway, so what's the point of telling you?
You're gonna do what you want to do. So it is what it is. I tried to be that friend and be, try to tell you what's up, but you still laid up with it, had baby with other babies have baby. So
Dang, that situation sounds messed up. Are you and that person still cool with each other?
yeah, we still cool, cause I love them to death, but hey, you make mistakes, but first time, shame on you. First time, shame on them. Second time, shame on you. So,
Right.
that was doing the same thing. So,
Yeah, so you just let that whole situation alone altogether. So when you confronted her, when you told her about it, what was her reaction to it?
I don't know. I love him, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. You pregnant in 9 months, and then somebody else having a baby 2 months after you, and
Oh.
yeah.
Nah, but this is the thing. Though. I mean, I don't think it's more so like, you know, like whenever we give our friends notice that something's going on, like I think we have, you know, false expectations to just naturally think that they always just supposed to leave right away. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like some relationships are a little deeper.
Well, one specific situation, I let you know, I didn't expect her to leave the dude right away, of course, because I know the feelings was there. I let it play out. It played out for years, though. And then I had, you know, I set him up and everything. And you still, you know what I'm saying, went left. And he was set up, he was caught, and everything. So I don't say nothing unless, you know, I got proof. But if you want a visual, I can give you that too.
Oh.
You didn't want to. You still went left. So hey, keep left then.
So let me ask you one last question before I get you out of here. If the roles were reversed, would you want somebody to tell you, or have you been in that situation where somebody did tell you?
I haven't been in that situation, no, because if a friend did tell me, then you know I'll take heed to it, and you know I'll see what it do, but I'm not gonna be dumb about it.
So you said take heed to it. So would you stay with the dude depending on how many years y'all been in a relationship?
Well, the years wouldn't matter. I mean, it would just depend on what's back, you know, and we'll go from there. Like, I don't tolerate disrespect. So I don't care how long we've been together. I'm grown. So, like, I'm not on there how to do mess. And, you know, I know time is good if you put the time in, but that don't make you want to stay with somebody. Sometimes, the longer you stay with somebody, it make it worse. It makes you content with what's going on.
All right, now this is my thing. Like I have a question. I mean, and it may not apply to you because you obviously said that, you know, how you would handle the situation, but I'm tripping on how someone can even be upset with a friend for telling them. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't understand how you fall out with someone who's trying to help you out. And maybe I just don't understand because I ain't one of them guys that would ever do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer that if you feel a certain way about something, you know, but can you explain to me, do you know any chance why that would be?
I really don't, because me and a couple girls fell out for a couple of years, and it was just because they subtracted themselves from my life, because that's the situation they continue to stay in, knowing how I feel about it. You know, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. If you like it, I love it. But they distanced themselves from me, and then it took some time for us to, you know, bring that friendship back to circle. They trip. I don't know why they trip. I think, to me, deep down, it's a trip because I think they really believe it, but they stay in there.
See, like this is my take on it, right? Like I think this is how people probably fall out. And I'm probably wrong. I don't know. This is the only way that I can rationalize it. Is somebody say, you know, like say I tell my friend, hey, I caught your significant other, they doing this, or this. They listen to it, they take heed to it all, and now they go back and get in a heated argument, but they want to stay with that person, and now their significant other says, well, okay, you understand that, but you need to get rid of your friend. You know, you need to, and that's the only way I could rationalize that whole situation. If somebody stopped talking to somebody, is maybe the person who got caught ends up, because he doesn't want to get caught again or put in that situation. Maybe he feels like he's been hated on, so he wants to exile that one friend out, I guess.
And that's exactly how I feel. Like, it's comes from a...
I think that it's a different reaction if it was a female versus a dude. If your dude tell you, hey, your girl is cheating, or me telling my girl, hey, your dude's cheating, do you think the reaction is different?
I think it's different because to me, guys could be different because dudes can mess with the same chick, and he can mess with your girl, and he be like, shh, you know, she was on that anyway. Yeah, if she was gonna mess with you and dap it up and be cool. Females ain't on that. You mess with my ex, we got a problem.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Dudes can let that stuff go. So he may tell his chick, like, quit tripping. This has been my boy for years. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. Whatever, whatever. A female, I think a little bit, with some people too, is embarrassment. You know, that you came and then, like Jarvis said, they like, she lying. She just jealous of you. She mad because you got XYZ or whatever. You know, you need to stop messing with her. I told you, whatever. So in order for them to keep their relationship happy, they may start questioning, like, Dad, well, where the pictures at, or where the proof? Are you sure you really saw that? So then that's what causes the wedge, because it's like, you think I would come to you and lie to you about something like that?
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a little bit of both on both sides. And like somebody said on here, you know, I'll give you the information. What you choose to do with it is your business. A lot of people do have false pretenses of feeling like, well, as soon as I tell you, you're going to walk away. Especially in a marriage, you got to be mindful about that. You know, and this is me being real. This is the honest God truth. A lot of people are quick to say, if I found out he cheated on me, I'm gone. And I've told my husband this before, not because it's a free will to just go out there and cheat. I cannot not honestly say if I ever found out my husband cheated on me, that I'm just out the door like that. Because we're married. You know, we made a commitment. Now, you ain't going to habitually cheat on me and I'm going to be there. But you can't just expect somebody just to walk away. So when you go in it with them that's not what I'm telling you for. I'm telling you so you can take the information and do what you want with it. You know.
I totally agree. I think marriage is a deeper conversation. It's different trials that go on with that. But if you in a, you know, and I ain't talking about no common law marriage either. Hell, if y'all want to get married, go ahead and get married, common law or whatever. That's common. If y'all took them vows, then yeah, it's a different approach to the situation. And there's other things that y'all can go through as a couple, like therapy and all that type of stuff. Versus, you know, relationship. Our relationship can go through therapy too. I can't say that. But if we was married, then I think the approach is a little different. Life.
She's single for life. Well, hey, jump in the inbox. But we appreciate you calling in and giving us your thoughts and everything about if you would tell your friend. Make sure you keep tuning in. We appreciate you.
I will. Thank y'all for having me, and I love what y'all doing. Keep doing.
Thank you. We
Appreciate
appreciate
your
that. She brought in a different aspect, which is the whole marriage thing and everything like that. We need some of the guys to start calling in, and also when the people call in, I need y'all to understand and realize Tina ain't the only person on this show. It's two of us in here. I think we can all of my feelings.
Two of us? I thought it was three of us. You done left Theodore
Two
out?
other.
Oh, I thought you said two of us.
Nah, Theodore's in this. We in this thing. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back on He Said, She Said, we'll talk about the marriage aspect and what would you do in that situation if you were married. From now on, you Theodore fan. First of all, you need to be real careful.
Oh, somebody said, first of all, you need to be real careful what you see. It ain't always what it is, single until married.
Facts.
That is not a fact.
I mean, from a technical standpoint.
I mean, from a legal standpoint, yeah, but you don't start acting like you married. You don't wait to do right until you get married.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is people are saying like, well, no, I can't speak for other people, man.
Yeah, you can.
I like to speak for myself, man. But I'd be more than happy to hear other people's.
Man, I had a situation with one of my friends. It was a dude, one of my best friends, another dude. Both of they, what was it? Both of they significant others were cheating. One was cheating with a dude from church. Long story short.
Hold on, a dude was
cheating with a dude?
No, both of they, two dudes.
So we gonna stop having this
Nah, they was cheating, and I wasn't gonna say nothing, but it was deep. Like, he was about to marry this girl, and I was like, I can't let you go out like that. And I told him.
I mean, was it an ongoing thing, or it just happened once?
No, they was full-fledged.
Right.
She was friends with the dude's wife, all of that. Like, it was deep. And I said something, and me and him ended up falling out about it because she told him I was lying.
Of course.
And, you know, y'all need to listen to her anyway. And, I mean, we ended up coming back full circle and being friends, but that was after he left her. But it was just like, I wouldn't come to you, you know. I don't know. It can get messy.
That's crazy. That's
It can get messy. Tell me.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said on WLXU 93.9 FM. I want to tackle a little bit tougher situation which is the marriage aspect, what she brought into it. If you found that your husband was cheating, how would you handle that? I'm talking, I ain't married. So how would you handle that if your homegirl came to you and said, hey, you know, such and such was out here cheating. They got all the receipts, pictures, and everything. So would you being married? Because, you know, with me and Jarvis, you know, if we're in a situation, we can just get out. With being married, it ain't that easy. So how would you handle that?
I mean, before we went to break, like I said, I've already been real with my husband. I've told everybody else, I'm not one of these females that's going to be fake and say, as soon as I find out my man's cheating, I'm out of here. I love my husband. You know what I mean? We took vows. So I can't honestly say, if I'm speaking the truth, if I found out my husband's cheating, I'm not going to say it's over, I'm walking away. It's going to have to be a conversation. It's going to have to be counseling, therapy. It's going to have to be a lot of healing. Now, you can't habitually cheat on me.
Yeah, I'm just saying
You know
if it's
what
just
I'm
a one time.
Nah,
Yeah.
I can't say that I walk away. Like, I really love my husband, but that's not a free fall if you just go out to do what you want to do.
Yeah, that don't give you a hall pass.
Nah, it's not a hall pass, but I'm honest with him, and I've told him that. You know what I'm saying? So, nah.
So, Jarvis, from your aspect, what would you do in that situation? Because, you know, she's married, so then what would you do?
Nah.
If I came to you after the show, was like, hey, Jarvis, man, I know this was the topic today. I got to show you something.
If I were married,
No. But you just being in a relationship, period.
Oh, you talking to douches.
no, I mean, I think I still would evaluate the situation, right? Because, I mean, for me, myself, I know I'm not a perfect person, right? So, on one hand, I got to evaluate, and not to say that I'm going to accept blame for someone going down and cheating, but I am going to evaluate what it was that I was not doing that possibly could have led to it. And not saying that in every situation where somebody cheats, it's something that's blamed on the significant other, but nah, I mean, I don't think I would just up and leave. I think I would still evaluate the situation as well.
That brings on a whole nother dynamic, which I'm gonna jump into later. But somebody commented. Her name is Janelle Lawson. She said, "Sometimes I think people are embarrassed. So sometimes weak-minded people turn the tables and deflect blame." Do y'all believe that?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, yeah, obviously from the reaction of somebody just being mad and not talking to somebody, or just in denial. But to me, it blows my mind. Like, I mean, it happened. Like.
Yeah.
Like, anybody can get cheated on, so
Yeah.
I don't see the issue of being embarrassed. It is what it is. I mean, you know,
Right.
nobody's exempt from being cheated on.
And if they're really your friend, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's somebody that you're really close to, there's no embarrassment there.
I think
It'd be different if they put it on Facebook.
Right.
I think the embarrassment comes from, let's say it's me and you tell me, oh man, I love this woman. You know what I'm saying? You pouring your heart out to me. And then she turned around to do this. I think that's where the embarrassment comes in, because you're like, man, I'm all for this woman, and then she turns around to do this. Kind of embarrassed. As far as men, I think it's more embarrassing.
It's
because
more pride with
your
men.
pride. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
pride.
I'm gonna say that then.
Yeah, I mean, I could say the pride thing, but at the same time, I still tell me, bro, because if I feel like I'm gonna look more stupid with it carrying on for months and months and months than you telling me once, and I address the situation and have to deal with it being addressed to me. Like, I'll take that one-time embarrassment over
Months and months
over
of
somebody laughing behind my back for months.
So let me ask you this, and this is what I want to prompt to as well, is that do you think, and this is an age-old question from women, and Chris, you could probably speak to this as well, do you think it hurts a lot worse when a woman cheats on a man versus when a man cheats on a woman?
Do I think it?
No.
You don't think it hurts men more?
No, I don't. Well, see, there's that common misperception that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every man thinks he got it, right?
Yeah.
So when he think he got a girl, he think he got a girl, and that's it. Yeah, that's his. He think he putting it down. He doing all this, and that. My girl ain't never going nowhere. So I could probably see that, you know, where the stereotypes lie at, but at the same time, it's just. Now, you know what? I would say, yeah. Let me change that. I would say, yeah.
Why you shaking your head, Chris?
I would say it probably hurts a man a little more.
It might hurt his pride.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt his pride.
That's gonna hurt his pride a little bit more. But see, this is the thing: men can sit there and say, "I slept with her," and a lot of men can do this. They can just be physical with a woman and throw her away like trash.
Yeah.
They feel like if my girl did what she did, or she got an emotional attachment to him. But I'm here to tell you, there's women out here that just won't smash just like y'all do. And that's all it is. But a man doesn't think that way. He thinks if my girl then actually went out here and been with another man, she's emotionally attached to him. And they're visual thinkers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, he done went behind what? Oh no, you know it's hard for them to be able to move past that.
I can't do it. Like you said, to me, if my girl was to cheat, I think she likes to do. Versus like you said, if I hit a chick, it is what it is. We hooked up. But I feel like, dang, she really like you, because I feel like women hold that thing up to a high standard. They ain't just giving that thing out to anybody.
They used to.
So, well, yeah, they used to. But so I feel like if you give that thing out now, it's because you really like homeboy. Like
it
you
probably
ain't.
had to be like some months of conversation.
Yeah, like you really like him. It ain't just some, oh, I saw him out one night, I thought he looked good, so I'm gonna give him his thing. No, you really like him.
Yeah.
So now you in your feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play with it psychologically. Like, hold on, it took me so long to hit when we first started talking. Hold on, and how long you known him? Okay, you met him last week.
And see, all that starts to play in the dude's mind.
It does.
And like, dang, it took, I had to be your boyfriend, and you just let him come through and slide through.
But then it comes back to either she was out there thoughting in the first place, or
That's
like
true.
Jarvis said, you take accountability and say, not to diminish what she did, but you take accountability to say, okay, what is it that I was possibly doing to make her want to even talk to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she don't have accountability for what she did, but you reflect on yourself and your actions and what you did. Because I done known dudes, and this is real talk, dudes and females, cheated on that girl but said, hey, if I find my girl cheat on me, it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about full-fledged. Oh, what? I'm out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it's
So
it's that double
right.
standard. You
Oh,
know,
definitely.
that I can go out here.
Birthday cake.
But I mean, you gotta eat it. You got the cake. But that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes can go out here, like you said, and we just be smashing. And it's not because our girl is lacking anything. We could have the best woman possible. It's just that as a man nature, sometimes we just want something different. Sometimes, and it is what it is. But if you cheating as my woman, you like my guy, and that hurts. That does hurt a lot of guys. And so that brings us to the next topic, which is Janelle. She wanted to bring up people have different definitions of cheating. So, Jarvis, what would be your definition of actual cheating? Because you know it's not always intercourse.
Facts.
Yeah, I think whatever could potentially lead to it.
I mean, of course it could lead to it, but what would be your definition of cheating? Because some people might be like, in my situation, if you and a guy are just texting, I really don't consider that cheating, but somebody else might.
Because you can be having what they said, one of my friends said one day, an emotional affair with somebody, and sometimes that's worse than you sleeping with them.
Well, that's true too.
Because you're allowing yourself to get attached with him.
Yeah.
You're sharing intimate moments with him that you should be sharing with your significant other, which is going to eventually draw you into a physical encounter. But by that time, you're already so emotionally attached.
Yeah.
You know, it goes real deep because
Yeah, that's real.
you got so much social media DMing. You know, if you just walked out one day, you ain't just going to give no random chick your phone number. But it's easy to just be like, oh, follow me on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy now.
I was actually in that situation where me and this girl I was dating at the time, we were actually dating. And the conversation had gotten stale between us. Like the text message would be like, good morning, nothing. Hey, how you doing? That type of thing. So one night, I actually saw her inboxing. It was multiple dudes. She was inboxing on Facebook. That's not what upset me. What upset me was the conversation she was having with these dudes. And it wasn't nothing intimate or anything like that. It was the fact that all of their conversations were organic. And it was just like flowing and like good times and laughing. I'm like, well, dang, she don't talk to me like this. So that kind of hurt me a little bit. Like, so when I approached her about it, she apologized and whatnot. But she was apologizing for the guys, but I was more so hung up on how you talking to these dudes because y'all bringing up topics and situations I ain't even know nothing about. Like, I ain't even know you like this type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know you like Star Wars. We can talk some Star Wars stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when that came up, like, it really did hurt me more. And it was because of how she was talking to them versus now if she was cheating with them, like, sexually. I don't know about that. But it just hurt me to see her carrying on these conversations with all these dudes. And the way it was going down, like, that was the first time I've been hurt.
Because you feel like she's giving somebody a part of herself that she's never given you. And it's when a girl gives somebody a piece of their heart, anybody can lay down with somebody all day long. But when you get emotionally attached to that person, it's harder to let go. It's harder to walk away from that.
But see, I think that's what Q's saying, though. I think for men, like, our mind automatically goes to that. If you my girl and you sleep with somebody, you emotionally attached.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I couldn't fathom my
see.
girl
being out.
But are
Pretty
you
much,
telling me?
yeah, pretty much.
Let me ask you this. So, but then thinking about it on the flip side, are you telling me y'all ain't ever laid down or smashed somebody that wasn't emotionally attached? It was like, hey, what's up? What's up? And y'all hook up? Are y'all telling me that? And you know they couldn't have been emotionally attached to you. It was just a physical thing.
If she's not in a relationship, that's cool. But if she's in a relationship, then
No. Period. Are you telling me that you've never slept with a girl where it's no emotional attachment? It was just like we attracted each other?
yeah.
Okay,
But
so
that's different though. If you're in a relationship and I'm smashing, I'm sorry for the dude, but if we smashing, what led up to that was us getting to know each other.
Well, what led up to it could be that he was out doing his thing, or he wasn't giving her the time and attention she needed. So she was
Yeah.
like, you know what? You do you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
do
real
me.
too.
But that goes back to what we were saying is that when me and her eventually did smash, it wasn't no, oh, she just saw
Also,
me.
you did.
Yeah, I smashed. But it wasn't no, it wasn't no, she saw me, I saw her, we talking and what it was. It was, she saw me, we talked, and it led up to smashing because she didn't want to just give it to me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think
He
she,
had to work for it.
pretty much. And that's because she had a boyfriend. Now, I don't know if she just was like going to feel bad about it or whatever the case may be.
Probably.
But like we were saying, she grew an emotional attachment to me to where she liked me enough. She was like, you know what? He's worthy enough. I'll cheat on my boyfriend for him.
He's worth it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the potential of if her relationship goes sour, she felt like she can get you.
I'm her backup plan now because she's like, I like him. So if it don't work out between me and dude, I like him. And then on top of that, if the sex is good as well, oh boom. So if he starts tripping, I know I got him on the back burner. And that's how we feel as men when the woman cheats. She feels like she got him on the back burner. That's her emotional shoulder to cry on when we going through it. I can't have that because I was that guy. I was that guy. I can't have that. But we're going to take a quick commercial break on He Said, She Said on WLXU 93.9 FM. People on Facebook tuning in, please comment, give us your thoughts about everything. Stop. Okay, nice.
What's your little thought self?
Huh?
What's your little thought self?
I got it from Jarvis.
It's a thought, man.
What you say, Jarvis?
I thought.
I got it from Jarvis. Antonio Travis. What he said? I was trying to read what he said, but
That's my homeboy from middle school.
yeah, I know I was trying to read what he said. Same way you get them is the same way you lose them. Cheating about, yeah.
Yep. This is the thing, for me, and this is real talk. Like, outside of my relationship with God, and me not going outside. I mean, when you really look back, a lot of people don't look at what they have. There is no man out here that's gonna be worth me losing what I have with my husband. Is our marriage perfect? No. You know what I'm saying? But it's great to me.
Yeah.
So me sleeping with you or me doing something, like, I don't even look at other dudes like that.
And you shouldn't because you're married.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you have to think: is this guy worth me throwing away X amount of years just for some dick?
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, nah, I'm cool.
I'm good.
I mean,
That's what I said.
I'll let you eat the cat, but
Like it's so much invested too when you married and stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not married, if y'all living with each other, you know what I mean? And then you got your kids around each other, like, that's a lot to walk away from.
It's true.
It ain't just about saying I do,
Okay.
because plenty of people say I do and still don't make it work. I'm glad you're talking today, Q Walker.
who me? Oh man, I thought I just opened up a little bit.
Yeah, appreciate it.
People was like, we
Eric
don't
said
ever.
when a woman cheats, it's usually over.
He said what?
He said when a woman cheats, it's usually over.
What's his name?
So then why do men not get labeled as bad?
Welcome back to He Said, She Said on WLXU 93.9 FM. We're going to wrap this thing up. Before we do, we're going to take a couple more questions and statements from off our Facebook feed. This was from Antonio Travis. He said, sometimes you have to evaluate what led up to the cheat. Was it just a moment of weakness or was it premeditated? Were there unresolved issues, emotional, sexual, negligence, etc., etc.? How did y'all feel about that? That also, that,
I mean, that goes back to taking accountability.
Mhm.
Not just looking at the person and what they did. If you really care about your relationship, evaluating the entire relationship. What did I do or that I didn't do that may have pushed this person away? Has this person always been like this and I just missed it? Was she thoughting around, period, he or she? Or did I not do my part? Am I missing out? It's if you want to work that relationship out or that marriage. You know, it can't just always be on the other person.
So, Jarvis, I'll throw this to you too. From Janelle Lawson, man, she's on it today. So then why do men not get labeled and bashed for being side chicks or side dudes?
I mean, hell, I think they should. I mean, if that's the case, I think they should.
Dudes like
You know.
being side dudes, so.
I mean, I'm not biased to it
They
at all,
do.
but I think it is that double standard that kicks in with that, right? So, like most times, chicks are gonna get bashed for it, where a guy can go to his group of friends, tell them, and they gonna halfway praise him for it, possibly.
It ain't no possibly.
Yeah.
It ain't no possibly.
So it is what it is. But
What about you, Tina? How come men don't get bashed for being side dudes like these chicks get bashed for being side chicks?
They like it.
What you mean, like the
Like
society likes it, period?
Well, and women are starting to be okay with becoming side chicks. Heck, they do
That's
reality shows about it.
Well, yeah.
It's the thing to do. It's like there's no I can do this. And to be honest with you, what's crazy is I've seen a lot of women say the side chicks give more than the women at home. So they were just like, why not be the side chick? They the one getting the money to keep their mouth shut, the materialistic things, this, that, and the third. So I want to be that side chick. Men like it because it's like I can go over here and smash her, let her go home to her man, deal with what she got to deal with, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. They feel like I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Pulling away from her dude. That's an ego boost for dudes.
It is.
You know what I mean? But any woman that wants to be a side chick, that's okay with being a side chick,
No respect.
man, but I'm
Zero.
gonna tell you right now, like honestly, like and I really got to thinking about it, especially when we discussed this topic and just in other cases, man, like, man, it's so dangerous out here in this world now. Like you never know whose significant other is crazy enough to come and shoot everybody.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
yeah,
I'm
that
saying?
too.
It's getting so crazy now that it's almost like, do you really want to take that chance? Not just of getting caught.
But with
But,
consequences that come with
it's
it.
consequences that come with it, and not promoting that or saying that that's right or anything like that. But I mean, the reality is people are dying over stuff like this every day. I'm not crazy enough to do anything like that, but I can't speak for anybody else. So
So if your significant other, did that, you ain't gonna shoot up the place. So let me ask you this: what if she was messing with one of your homeboys?
ooh,
How would you handle that? If she was messing with one of your homeboys and your other homeboy told you about it.
hold on, say it again.
She was messing with one of your homeboys and your other homeboy told you about it.
he needs the letters.
I mean, the way it's gonna go for me, if that's the case, if it's one of my homeboys, like that whole triangle's done, right?
Like,
Talking about on the keypad.
yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So whatever it would be on the keypad, like the 7 is what, like a
QRS.
PQRS.
Yeah, that's what they need.
Okay.
But anyways, just to go back and touch on what Q was just saying. So if it's one of my homeboys that's messing around with my girl and my other homeboy came and told me, I'm gonna respect the hell out of the homeboy that came and told me. And me and dudes done being friends, and me and her are done because she's actually touched something like a lot closer, right? So she
Yeah.
really don't care. So in my opinion, in that case, the fact that she knows that I see this man on a regular basis, he's my friend, and someone I call a friend, if she's willing to go that route, then it's done. And my homeboy, I would rather my homeboy come and tell me beforehand, like, hey, if it's her shooting at him, like, hey, your girl's shooting at me. All right, cool. Let me take care of something, and then I'll let you go and get to it. Because if she's bold enough to do that, she just a dog chick anyway.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
You gonna
or
have a friend?
either one of y'all. If y'all messing with a chick, right? And y'all got somebody, and then you messing with her and she found out that you got a chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she holler at one of your dudes, is she wrong? You gonna be mad? Y'all been smashing or whatever.
nah,
y'all wouldn't be
nah.
mad?
No, she's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong. I mean, do
I don't know,
you
you said men.
Do you?
No,
because,
go on say what you was gonna say.
because that's touch. It depends on what friend it is. If it's one of my homeboys, like my close friends, it's whatever. But because I know ain't no pillow talk gonna go on between them two about me. What they do is what they do, what we do is what we do. You see what I'm
You
saying?
don't know what they gonna do when they get in that bedroom when pillow talk starts.
That's what I'm saying. But at least I would feel comfortable, like I know that's my homeboy, that's my close friend. But if it was just some homeboy I knew, or somebody I work with, or just somebody I'm cool with, that's something totally different. Because I feel like he might try to hate on me a little bit just to get himself in there a little bit better. So I don't know. That's a tricky situation right there. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, and I think that all comes with if a person is emotionally attached to that girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm just smashing the chick, I have no emotional attachment to her. I mean, the whole hood could have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But but if I'm emotionally attached to her, I probably will feel some kind of way, right? I
But-
probably will.
Even
feel
if you
some
had a
kind of
chick,
way.
though.
But that goes.
Yeah, but I'm emotionally attached, so it's like, you know, even though I know, like, this is wrong, I got an emotional attachment. I almost feel the same way about my girl. Like, I don't want no one touching that.
But that goes back to.
That don't make it right.
That don't make it right, but that goes back to dudes, which is a lot of dudes won't tell the truth, which is that if your homeboy wants to smash her, and if you got some emotional attachment to her, we won't say that. We'll just be like, go ahead, guys, you know what I'm saying, handle your business. We won't be like, nah, bro, I'm still trying to hold on there for a little bit. And then when they go smashing or whatever, you kind of looking at him side eye like, man, but it's your fault because you didn't tell him that you really kind of feeling this chick. But then you can't say that because he's gonna be like, well, what
You
about
got a whole
wifey?
relationship.
Yeah, what about wifey, dog? What are you doing with that? And then so that's a
It's
whole
messy. That's
that's a whole
other
different
thing.
dynamic to that as
So the
well.
homeboy can have her.
Yeah, he can have her.
He can have her. I mean,
He ain't got
it
no
just-
choice but to have her
Yeah.
because what can you say? Ain't nothing you
It
can
just is
do.
what it is.
It's either you be up front and tell him, you know what I'm saying, hold off, let me get finished doing what I'm doing with it, then you can do whatever you got to do because
Yeah.
I like a little bit. And if he's a homeboy, be like, all right, cool, handle your business. But then at the same time, like you said, you can't be like, it's your wife though. Like I'm just trying to hit
Listen,
a couple times,
Listen,
bro.
before we wrap it up, I had a situation. I went to a conference and a woman said, "This is real talk." It was a situation where she was the side chick or whatever, right? And the wife found out, side chick and everything. She ended up marrying the brother.
She ended up,
The brother. So when they had family gatherings,
that's weird and
Every-
awkward and just like, man, how do you deal with? That's my brother. Like,
but they did. So what you gonna do?
I don't know. It's tough. That's my brother. It depends on how much I like my brother.
I mean, they still was around each other because that was his brother.
That's what I'm saying. You have no choice but
But then
to
that
be
forced
around.
the wife to have to be around the side chick.
Man, how did they do that? Man, we gotta get some of your friends on this show, man. You got some friends in some
This is out
situations.
of town.
That's all right. We got to call in though. Yeah, we got to call in though. Well, we ready to wrap this thing up. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Theodore, you want to say something before we get out of here?
Oh,
Nah, man.
As your
I'm pretty
homeboy,
much
you
done,
should
man.
know
Like I
what's
said,
next.
all I'm saying is, man, y'all be careful out there if y'all are doing what y'all do, man. It is a dangerous world out here, man. I don't want to hear about nobody getting killed or nothing over no side piece.
There's no
So,
sad piece.
yeah, that's it, man. But I appreciate you guys tuning in.
yeah.
Next show, man, we need a lot more of you guys calling in, man. These women are ruling.
I know these guys are scared to call in because you know why they don't want to call in. 'Cause They
This
don't,
one?
no, it ain't even her. It's just they don't want to tell too much about themselves.
I ain't mad at
So
them.
that's why they.
I ain't mad at y'all.
I am. Call in, defend yourself. Don't be scared of Chrissy. She alright. She don't bite. But Chrissy, you want to say something before we get out of here?
No, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you check back in next Thursday. If you have any ideas, any conversations, discussions that y'all want to hear, make sure y'all hit us up and let us know.
Yeah. Hey, Jarvis, you know what I thought about Thursday? Since she might not be here, I thought about doing like a What Guys Think show, where we have women call in and ask us questions about what would guys think about this situation, that type of thing, and we try to give them advice on whether it's sex, relationships, life. What would a guy think in this situation that might have them out? But we'll talk some more about that offline.
I like it.
Well, everybody, we thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Guys who are listening, we need y'all to call in, back us up a little bit. Me and Jarvis, we can't fight for every guy out there. And we want y'all to keep liking, sharing what we doing. We
And they ain't
appreciate
always
y'all.
right anyway.
And for the ladies out there who are tuning in, we need y'all to know me and Jarvis on this show too. Y'all can talk to us sometimes as well.
Hi.
But we gotta get up out of here. We want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out of here.
Man, this was so
I think it
nasty,
makes
but I was so hungry.
What'd you say?
I'll stop that live. I said this was so nasty, but I was so hungry. You know, some of them real sweet, and some of them was like,
That one was sweet.
mm-mm.
When I had it beforehand, it was sweet.
I was hungry though.